Alright, we are back for Operation Lone Father or whatever. We are on the... Should we call it the Mighty Cart? I don't like the sound of Mighty Cart. I'm not sure what to call this map yet. We're on Back Alley, let's say. For an alien abduction, it's a moderate level of panic, means a moderate level of pods, a moderate level of aliens. We've got a pretty decent squad of 4 specialists and 2 rookies who are coming along just to level up. And I love this map, so let's get down there and let's deal with this.
Central, Big Sky in position on approach of the abduction site. Strike 1 is awaiting drop clearance.
Copy that, Big Sky. Strike 1 is cleared to engage hostile targets. Watch your backs out there, people.
Alright, now if you believed that I would remember what the heck I was doing, you're wrong, because this mission right now, me starting recording right now, this is a different night from when I played the last mission. And it's kind of funny the way I start and end missions on the deployment screen means that all that time I spend in a single night playing a mission, I then spend that same time preparing for the next mission, equipping my squad, and then if I don't play that next mission right there, it means when I come back in a night or two, I have to reacquaint myself with my squad loadout and my plan in this map. Which I've actually rewatched the end of the last episode, reviewed it just to make sure I remember that we are on a moderate panic mission here, on the Mighty Cart, or whatever we want to call it, on this urban map. So we haven't got too many aliens to face. Moderates, you know, middle of the road, average. Expect 3 to 4 pods. I'm pretty sure it's always the same. I don't know how many pods moderate is. I think it's 3 to 4 pods. It could just be 3. We'll find out as we go. I generally don't have a great handle on how many each difficulty means. I just know the higher the difficulty, the higher the panic level, the more aliens you're going to face. But yeah, let's get right down to it. I'm aiming to do quite a few missions tonight in a row without stopping. Gonna record them and get them rendered and uploaded for y'all. Now, I only did, I did 2 missions in a row the first time I did this new live series, and just that killed my voice, constantly talking in like a clear and understandable format. So I'm gonna try and preserve my sweet little voice with, I've come prepared with a liter of cold water in a bottle, that's 1 liter, and also a little cup of orange soda. So hopefully I'm not gonna sound really hoarse by the end of this. If I am, I'm just gonna have to take a break. But anyway, let's get on to the actual mission itself, which is Lone Father, I believe it was. So, like I was saying before we got down here, I really, really love this map. It'd help if I could show the whole map to really, show you what I love about it quite so much. But just to start with, I mean, what you can see is a great example of everything I love about this map anyway. Frequent heavy cover. You've got easy access to buildings. I love fighting in buildings. And it's got easy access to the roof. I love using roofs. So it's got everything I want, really. So how do we take this map? Well, you guys can't see it, but take my word for it. You can kind of see an outline of the map. Take my word for it when I explain to you what we're looking at on this map, in case you've never played it before. We've got a single building here, with a dividing wall into 2 sublets of this building. This is like a convenience store, and then to the left we have like a public library kind of thing. But there is a wall there stopping us from going through in the middle, so you have to go outside or use the roof. Now then you have rooftop access here. Again, it's all 1 rooftop. You've got a back alley here, which separates you from the next building, which you can just see the outline of here. That is like a TV warehouse. It's a 1-story building with its own roof. So usually what I like to do here, get up on top of the roof, exploit the roof to destroy any targets who are on the ground. If there's no targets that we take, either taking the roof or in this building, we're going to use this rooftop to drop down and breach this library. Once we've cleared the library out, we are then going to head towards the rest of the map. One thing I will say is, of course, one of the main places this map goes awry is if there's contact inside this building before we get onto the roof. Obviously the plan changes, and suddenly we have to start fighting a ground battle. But let's hope that doesn't happen, because being on the roof is a great place to be, and the angles are a bit awkward fighting into this building. But it's certainly a fight I've done many times before, so we should be okay. Now we've got an infantryman, an assault, a scout with SMG sawn-off for that high mobility. Look at that mobility, isn't that insane? And a rocketeer. I mean, just compare the tactical vest SMG to the rocketeer. The SMG, of course, being a long war weapon that gives +3 mobility at the cost of less damage and less ammo. But, I mean, combined with the tactical vest, you can just move so much farther than a standard troop. And it's night and day over Rocketeer, because the Rocketeer's extra rockets really slow him down, so he's one of the slower troops. But even versus like an assault or an infantry, you just get so much movement. And that's really helpful on a scout, and I'll show you why in a second. But first, the reason it's really helpful is because you can move your scout far up, and then everyone can dash up behind them, and you can move really quickly while still being safe. But we don't want to do that here. We want to be careful that we're not about to take contact in this building. So instead of running the scout straight up, what we probably want to do here is put a fighting class near the edge instead. So how do we want to take this breach? Well, we're going to want the Rocketeer and Infantry on this side of an engagement, the Assault, Scout, and any other flankers on the right side. So what we can do to make our job easier is, I know I said I wasn't going to do this, but now it's actually going to make sense, I think, is run the Scout up the truck.
I'm on it, Commander.
If we want to, yeah, we want to make sure that this side is clear to move up on. And then let's bring up the rest of the troops there. So that's Vered and Zim, that's the 2 rookies.
Ich mach mich los.
We're going to use the oh, that's interesting. I was going to say we're going to use the truck to conceal ourselves from the shop, but now we've taken contact in there, on this corner. Now it's interesting how that worked, because I was putting Zim on the right so as to leave these spaces for other troops to hide behind. But instead we've got just like a really slim line of sight activation on those sectoids. But Long War's truly randomized pod placement means you got to be ready for contact anywhere. So I guess I've never experienced a situation like that where someone in the scout's position wouldn't see him, but Zim would. I would have thought Fugel would see it over this hood. But that's how it is. So now that's how we're going to have to deal with it. Now this is a pretty awkward way to engage, because they've got the high ground, and any attempts to flank them either from the right or from the left are very liable to draw more enemies. Now before I forget, let me mark down 1, 2, 3. Let me put my dice tokens down so I know exactly how many enemies we're going up against. That is very important to keep track of. And while I'm at it, I'm going to place down my rookie tokens, which I should only need 2 of. So that's 5 and 6. What number are they? You can hit Alt. In latest Long Wars, you can hit Alt and the number keys to see what number these troops are. So Zim is rookie number 2. That's number 2. Vered is rookie number 6. Now the reason it's important to keep track of your rookies when you're trying to level them up is you want to make sure each rookie has at least 1 kill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these 2 dice that say 2 and 6 for soldier slots 2 and 6 to the left. When they get a kill, I'm going to put them on the center of the board, and then I'll know that those troops have got a kill, and I don't have to worry about babysitting them as much. I know they're going to get promoted. But back to the action. As I was saying, if we flank right or left, we're quite liable to have more pods come out of the woodwork. So we're going to have to do it at some point, but we don't want to do it till we're ready. Because obviously the only way we can really take these guys on the roof is either turtle them out till they come back down to us, or climb up the pipes after them. Now it's not very safe to turtle them out, because with the mobility the sectoids have, if we just wait on this truck, they can come out of nowhere, jump down, run to this car, and get a flank shot. This isn't a safe spot to be. So we really want to get to work on flanking them. So I'm going to move Frag up on the left here. Pray there's nothing in that store, thank God. Frag's going to cover us. Run and Gunner's going to get ready to run and gun. You guessed it.
Heading to that location.
Organ is going to get ready to rocket them if they cluster up on the edge. And Vered and Zim, the 2 rookies, can just be ready with the scout.
In Bewegung.
So we're going to kind of be forced to just sit here and hope they don't jump down off the, jump down and do exactly what I said they would for now, because there's not really much other cover to go to.
I feel, Commander.
But we will overwatch. We'll steady aim the rocket just in case. Oh, it's very unlikely we'll use a rocket here. We'll overwatch.
Got it covered.
We'll overwatch just to make sure that if they do jump down, we have a chance of covering ourselves.
Overwatch. Aye, aye.
Okay, so there's one. So they didn't all go up. I made a... Oh, nice shot. I'm really glad I didn't steady aim the Rocketeer. That is why I overwatched the Rocketeer. I made the cardinal sin of not actually keeping track of where they all went because I was too busy explaining things to you guys. Definitely not something to do at home, kids. Hey, look, Meld. But that's helpful, having that guy low. And we've got another one down there on the ground. I thought more of them ran up, but I guess it's just the one guy. Which is very handy for me. There was only 3 sectoids, I'm pretty sure, unless I monumentally fucked up. And you can just see that he's up here mind melding. This is very good for us, because if we can flashbang these two, they have no overwatch, and then we can run and gun the assault up to the roof to kill the lone sectoid who is mind merging. I'm pretty sure he's on the roof from that effect. So let's see what range we can get on that run and gun assault. Well, we can run straight up here to this corner, but we have to consider, what if there are aliens on the left here? Then you've got a dead assault. You've put them in a flank position. So without intel up there, we can't make a safe move. Now that's where the scout's going to come in. We can use the scout to make a non-dash move because of that huge mobility I was telling you about. This is why it's so important, and I want to say something cliche like people undervalue mobility, but I'm pretty sure everybody knows how good mobility is. I'm really beating a dead horse here. Mobility is key in XCOM. It gives you flanks, it gives you intel. In this case, it's going to give us intel. So once we do all of these overwatches, we're going to run right up here, get the intel of the scout, and then run the assault up once we know what the deal is up here. Now, instead of burning a flashbang, what I can do here, because that sectoid is so low, and what's probably a better idea anyway, is to chuck a good old HE. I'm going to chuck an HE, and this fairly flimsy... Oh my god. Oh my god, listen to that. This fairly flimsy ice cream counter and sales counter is going to blow apart to a frag. And that's going to let us just blow them up with rifles. Frag's in position to get some good shots. Apparently he can't see them. That's unfortunate. But, you know, I'm sure we can work something out here is what I'm trying to say. That is a little concerning that for some reason Frag can't see them from this corner. I'm guessing this heavy wall is in the way. That might end up being a problem. The Rocketeer can definitely see them. Perhaps instead of wasting an HE, I could just rocket these two little dicks. I don't know. I'm not gonna send a rocket that's 27% right next to all my troops clustered behind an explosive van. I really just need to get one of these HE grenades to hit. So how am I gonna get someone in a position to do that? It seems like they can't huck it over this van. And it's easy to say just move up to the corner, but then if I move to the corner, the scout doesn't have the mobility to get up here to recon the integral second part of our plan. So it's actually more complex than you might think. Well, I'll tell you what I can do. Can I throw that? Okay. So Frag, let's say Frag can't see these targets because of those walls. What I'm going to do is throw the frag with Frag. Frag's going to throw a frag. And then that's going to leave, hopefully, a dead sectoid and one live sectoid of an overwatch. We're going to dash that one live overwatch with a 90% success rate from the lightning reflexes up to the roof. That's going to give me the intel. We're going to run some rookies out to finish off the coverless sectoids. And then we're going to run and gun an assault up to kill this last one. Of course, I could do this without the grenade, but then the second overwatch to hit me would be at a 70% chance to hit me instead of 90%. Oh, I'm sorry, it would be 70% more likely to hit. Lightning reflexes, for those of you who don't know in Long War, is changed so that you have a 90% less likely chance to be hit by the first overwatch, and 70% for subsequent overwatches. So if their aim is like 65 aim default, it comes down to like, you know, a 3% chance to be hit, and then like a 6 or 7% chance. So it's safer if we kill one first. I'm going to chuck that frag with Frag. Obviously this can go wrong if it doesn't kill one of them or it doesn't kill the cover. But these are the risks we take. And I'm pretty sure an ice cream truck container is going to fall apart to a frag grenade. And that kid's dead anyway, so there you go. So that leaves us in a good spot here. We've got that one overwatch left that we are fairly likely to dodge. And then we can run and gun up. So let's take a run up now to right here.
Aye, aye, Commander. Here they come.
Okay, that's no good.
Incoming fire.
But the Overwatch did miss, so that's still good. A very funky Overwatch. But we have 2 drones to deal with now. This is why we didn't dash, because at least now we don't have an assault up there flapping in the wind and no cover. But it does give us a pretty good way to flank this one. So now with this intel, we can see, okay, the roof is laid out in a way that means we want to run and gun our assault to here, get a pretty reliable flank shot, kill that sectoid. That sectoid's probably going to kill this sectoid from the Mind Meld feedback, because Mind Meld in Long War doesn't instant kill. It deals double the damage that the Mind Meld is providing in hit points to that sectoid. So if this guy's giving that sectoid down there an extra 1 hit point from Mind Meld, that sectoid would take 2 damage when this one dies. I hope that made sense to you, that explanation. Anyway, we can run and gun the assault here. He's going to be in cover from the drones as they fly up. Half cover isn't very good, but it's worth it to kill the sectoid. You don't know what the drone's going to do. And the only thing that's going to throw a spanner in the works here is if there happens to be a sectoid pod right here that the scout hasn't seen. I'm willing to take that risk.
Going in for the kill.
I feel that's unlikely. Thank you very much. So go ahead and kill this for me, Drake, my man. Let's take a look at the health of this sectoid down here. He's on 5, so we're going to need to finish him off. Okay, yeah, no activations on the left. Please hit. Super. So we're taking names already. This is good. Now I've got to deal with the drones after we kill this last guy. That's going to be the Rocketeer's job, most likely. But before we start worrying about that, let's move our Rocketeer up into a place where he can engage that last sectoid, I think. Because ideally we don't want to take the right half cover, because those drones are going to easily step right and probably flank the rookies. I'm not concrete on their position. Maybe our scout can give us more intel here. My scout can... drones can't open doors, so I could run my scout right here actually, and then shotgun one of the little fuckers next turn. We might still do that. So let's go ahead and move the Rocketeer first. He's across. He's got a view to a kill, as I love to say. This is fairly likely to kill a little guy. Let's pray it does. Alright, carbines do have the less damage. You gotta be ready for that to happen.
They're falling back.
So now we are gonna have to move our little old rookie up onto this position here. Now, are you gonna get flanked by that drone if you sit there? This is an important question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know, I'm not concrete on the movement radius of a drone, but I think it won't be able to fly that far to flank me. I'll eat my words if I'm wrong. But this should be a kill that doesn't punish me. Unless he misses. Alright, great. Fucking fantastic. Where do we go now? I really don't want to go in the half cover and get eaten by that drone for breakfast. But I might have to. I wish I could just throw the frag grenade over this truck and then it wouldn't be a concern. But, you know, failing that, there's not a lot else to do here. I can't see the drone from any other angles. And that's what I'm talking about when I say getting into a fight in this building can be quite awkward in the angling because of the way the van plays with the heavy walls. I mean, really, we've got to bite the bullet in here. The only chance we have is to take the half cover here. I mean, we can let the guy get away, sure, but I'd rather kill him here, I think. I don't know. It's either we let him get away. No, I'm feeling good. We'll take it. Zim will take it. Ooh, there's a drone on the ground, though. Goodness, I wish I had someone to kill that. Alright, kill him. I had a certain feeling that could happen. Okay, well, shit happens, you know? Let's take cover and get ready for the next turn. What can you do?
Aye, aye, Commander.
Let's see what happens. So these guys shouldn't be able to flank me, and they shouldn't try to, because drones are interesting little blighters. This one wants to flank my assault. That's fine. This one... What are you trying to do? Alright, they're both running at me. I'm going to shotgun the hell out of them next turn. As soon as we wrap up this sectoid down here. What do you do, sectoid? You're the free agent. Heavy cover. And double move. That was weird. Sometimes the aliens... I like to explain it to myself by saying they're low on health, they're scared, and they just panic and make really dumb moves. And that is a really cute dog calendar. Which looks kind of like the sectoid. Anyway, sorry. Focus. Now we have to kill all these guys. So close range shotguns should make short work of these drones. Leaves the rest of us to deal with that sectoid. In fact, my infantry can even help out here. What's the mobility on this scout? Fairly good, but not good enough to flank. He's in quite an interesting little position there. He's really tucked himself into that meld. I'd say... What's the cover on the sectoid? I'd say the infantry is best spent taking shots at the easiest to hit drone. Yep. That'll do it. That might actually land one of my rookies with a drone kill, which gets rid of one of my rookie kills. Hey, so now one of my rookies doesn't need a kill anymore. Who was that? 1, 2, 6. So now I put 6 on the board. Token 6. Now I know that he's been babysat, and I only need to get Zim a kill for promotion purposes. Now Drake is going to come over and kill this drone. But first, we're going to deal with... Actually, I should do this second in case the drone kill fails. First, we'll kill the drone.
Okay.
Get as close as you can, because you don't want this to miss. Just stick it right in the drone's little robot mouth. And that's 2 drones down and dealt with. Now we're going to run up and deal with the sectoid. Yes, we are. But what's our backup plans in case it misses, which is entirely possible? Well, we've got frag grenades to blow up that wall. That's our backup plan, really. It should be pretty good to hit with a sawn-off shotgun at that range. Let's go ahead and do it.
On my way. Alien object in sight.
Can I grab the meld from this side of it?
It's been
Hey!
secured.
Presto. Okay, so you see we've got a 74% to hit with the SMG because of his cover, but the range bonus is still quite good. Now you're going to switch that to a shotgun, and you're going to see that not go up. Oh, this is new. Okay. I was about to tell you how switching to a shotgun makes everything okay, because shotguns have a better range climb. As you can see, it's plus 48 instead of plus 36 of the SMG, but they've added a penalty to using a sawn-off shotgun aim-wise. As you can see here, it's less accurate. By the way, they've done it. So actually, it might even be better to use the SMG. What was the percentage? 74. So it's actually better to use the SMG. This changes things. Take the shot. Alright. That certainly does change things.
That's a load of bull.
I was expecting that to be more like a 90%. Learning is fun. Learning is a fun experience for everyone. 45, 39. Both of these can easily miss. And then that sectoid is going to kill a perfectly good scout. Obviously, we don't want that. So we're about to burn a grenade to make sure that doesn't happen. Now, to make sure we're not stuck on a burning car, we're going to move first.
In Bewegung.
Could I have just run up and taken another 74% shot? Yes. Would that have been a better use of my resources? Possibly.
Let up!
Commander, it would be
And there you go.
preferable if we attempted to retrieve those canisters.
Shut up,
rather
Valen. I
than
already got the
destroying
meld.
them.
I got it. I got you the goddamn meld. Calm down. Anyway, so that's... Hey, was that a Zim kill? Zim threw that grenade, right? Why does Zim still have a move? Oh, that's weird. That's a cursed move. Don't touch that. That's a monkey paw scenario. But that means both my rookies have now got their kills, so I'm going to take those off the board. We don't have to worry about that. But, you know, I'm not going to make a big deal of the tokens in every episode because it takes time to explain. But I just wanted to make a point of it this time because I'm not sure if I've ever mentioned it before. Having tokens is a really good way, a physical reminder to keep track of your battle state. both for putting tokens down to show you how many enemies are on the field and what kind, and also, you know, keeping track of your rookie stats and kills. It's really critical, and, you know, it lasts between saves. You know, you get up from your desk, you come back, as long as you leave the dice there, you know, you remember, oh yeah, there's 4 aliens, one of them's on Overwatch, whatever. Anyway, let's get on with it now that we've killed 2 pods. That should leave 1, maybe 2 more pods left. For some reason I can see all the Meld right now, I guess, from my position. So we can see we've got Meld to take on the left side, Meld to take on the right side. I want all that Meld, I'm greedy. And there's only a couple pods left. I'm ready to kind of split my team here to take it. The Assault can run across the roof to get this Meld in hopefully about 2 turns. The Scout can run right to get this Meld. In both cases, where are we likely to take contact? Let's look here. We're likely to take contact, you know, it could be here. It's not going to be here. We know it's not going to be down here because we're not going to look over this lip. So it could be here. It could be in this alley as we cross the Scout over. It could be around here as we cross the Scout over, or it could be on the rooftop. In all these cases, except for this rooftop, we can engage them from having the squad up here. So what we're going to do now to prioritize catching this Meld is we're going to move the squad up the ladder. And we're going to get them all on this roof. Which is my next move anyway, because it's good to be on that roof. It's a good time.
Roger that. Rock and roll.
Do not touch this cursed move. That is a cursed move. Okay, insectoids don't want us to get the Meld. If this is the last pack, killing them quickly will get me both the Melds anyway. But what if there's more aliens out there? Well, we can work towards one of the Melds by fighting them anyway, so that's fine. And now that we've already taken out half of the enemies on the map, we can burst, we can start using our consumables that we've been saving for things that we wouldn't otherwise use. For example, we can waste a flashbang straight up here, just to keep them nice and docile as we move up to flank them. Now what's my Scout gonna do here? Boy, I'd really like to get that Meld. That's what my Scout wants to do here. And it looks like with my mobility, I could almost actually take that Meld in 2 turns. That's pretty good. So, what I'm going to do here is move across the rooftop. If I don't take any further contact on this roof, I can probably afford to split the Scout off to go get the greedy Meld while I'm fighting these guys. Who else do I have to flashbang? I have fragged a flashbang. Interesting. Obviously, they can climb up the pipe, and I don't know where that 3rd sectoid is, so I don't want to just sit in no cover here, because that could really bite me in the ass. Same token, though, I could get flanked if he climbs up, if I just take this cover. So there's not really a good spot for this guy to flashbang him. In this case, it might be a good idea to play the ground game as well, just so I have a safe way to flashbang these enemies. Let's move across the roof, see what we can see.
Aye, aye. That's what we're looking for.
I see Meld. I don't see the 3rd sectoid, though. Of course, the other thing we could do is just put everyone on the roof and not flashbang them this turn, but I'm not really sold on that, to be quite honest with you.
Okay.
I would just be waiting for them to walk up the pipe and get me. Now I can get that double flashbang there, but it still leaves that last one. Can I get him? Oh, so close. Please, please, come on, come on. Yes! I saw it. I'll get it later. Point is, I can flashbang all 3 sectoids, and that's handy for me. That means I don't have to worry about hunkering down or cover so much. I can just dash my people into good spots and get ready for the fun. Now, let's say we flashbang all of the enemies. Where are they likely to go? Let's think ahead. These 2 are stuck on this car pretty much. They can't move very far. Best they can do is really dash back to, like, here. This guy's, you know, I don't really give a shit what he's going to do. The point is, these 2 are going to be stuck on this car, which means if I move my Rocketeer here and prepare a rocket, I can pretty much guarantee these 2 die if they don't move. I want a quick def here to make sure I get all the Meld. So I'm willing to spend a rocket here, even though I could probably just flank them normally otherwise. Now at this point, let's move the Scout to the right, because I'm pretty comfortable with this left fight. And let's see what we can do here.
On my way.
Is there another pod? Okay. And if I sit right here, next turn we can run right up and get that Meld. So we're going to sit right here. Some people might say, you know, you should get into more cover here. But, you know, what if getting in cover here and peeking out buggeredly reveals another pack? What if moving to this corner reveals another pack? I know this is pretty basic for most people, but just maybe it's something you don't consider in the way you play personally. When you've got a good thing going, don't push it. And in this case, we can get to the Meld, that's all that matters. She's not going to get engaged by these guys, there's no point to put her in cover. We're happy with that. So let's proceed with Operation Flashbanging Dreams over here. Let's go, go, go.
Unterwegs.
Make sure there's no aliens right in that last bit. And we're pretty golden now.
Si, senor.
Now it's time for the flashbangs. Now flashbangs don't make sectoids completely docile, you've got to remember. Because flashbangs and suppression and all that great stuff does not affect their ability to psychically spam you. So we can still get mind frayed and panicked here. But we know we're not going to get shot. So we don't have to worry about hunkering down in heavy cover or any of that shit. Get that flashbang for me, please. I know you can get I saw it before. I saw red. You're gonna give it to me. Yeah, there it is. There. Yes, you're gonna give it to me. Alright, they're all nice and docile. Everyone's ready for the next turn.
Locked and loaded.
Reload. And let's see what our little guys do. Okay, well he's gonna buff up his buddy's will, so his buddy has a better chance of psychically hitting someone. And then let's see what he can actually do with it. Here comes a psychic attack. No, it's a shot. You're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot, Sectoid. Maybe your friend's smarter. Nope, you're both stupid. Alright. There's a reason this pack of Sectoids was in the library, because they were trying to beef up their intelligence. They're kind of the rejects of the bunch, I feel. Let's go ahead and get this Meld.
I'm on it, Commander.
No activations for Beagle. Hey, nothing but pigeons. We love it. We love pigeons. Get out of here, pigeons.
It's been secured.
We've got that Meld. We're feeling good. We've got an accurate shot that's going to blow these two to hell, and I kind of just want to take it because I love explosions and exploding sectoids. I really love it. Should we just take that? I think we should just take that. 2 less sectoid bodies, 1 more canister of Meld. You know, it's much better to take the Meld. And I do love watching explosions, and it'll make this last one much easier to kill. I mean, we can't flank them this turn unless we could flank one of them, but then the other one's still a problem. You know what? God gave XCOM rockets so they could have fun, and that's just what I'm gonna do.
Boom.
Yes, boom. Here it comes. Ah, yeah. If that doesn't make you feel satisfied, you're not human. Okay, so that's 2 little sectoids baking on the road, regretting their life choices. Now we just have 1 left to kill. And if I had another flashbang... Well, no, I don't have another flashbang, but I could frag his cover. And then that's going to let me blow his little butt to pieces with my infantry, who is going to have 2 flank shots on him. Maybe. Actually, because of the way cover mechanics work, by blowing up his cover, he's not going to be peeking out anymore. As, you know, whenever you're in cover, you're counted as peeking out for the purposes of people being able to see you. So he'll just be there, and I think he'll then be blocked by this wall. I might have to move up to actually shoot him. You know what? Shit happens sometimes. I can run and gun him. And I can't run and gun the Meld. All I need to do is figure out if there's more aliens in there. If there's more aliens in there, run and gunning him does nothing. Because then, you know, well, it still kills him, but then the assault's in a bad spot. So let's find out if there's more aliens in there. Or I could just assume there are more aliens. No, let's find out. Let's find out if there's more shots in there.
Look out.
There probably are. No. Oh, great. I mean, there could be a very sneaky pod hiding right there. But going off my evidence, which is I haven't seen any other pods moving around. I haven't seen any doors been flung open. I haven't heard, most importantly, I haven't heard any pods in there. I haven't heard any footsteps. They would have to be a very sneaky pod indeed to still be there. It's entirely possible, but again, when we talk about risks, we talk about whether it's a risk we're willing to take, and I'm feeling pretty comfortable in my position here. And we are not punished for our biblical greed.
Down.
And there is another pack out there, so I'm still not going to get the meld necessarily. Now, where is that last pack? They're not anywhere we've been. We can assume that last pack is probably in this T-junction, or in this building, or you know, maybe out the back. Probably not on the roof, which means I can dash someone up to take care of that meld next turn. Yay! And once I've got that meld, the ticking timer has gone because I have as much time as I want to secure the rest of the map. I'm pretty sure that's the last meld up for grabs. Pretty damn sure. So let's get everyone on the roof for that last engagement.
Roger. I've got my
I could
eyes
move up
on.
there, but again, don't make a good thing worse by, you know, trying to push your luck. Oh, and there they are! So they weren't quite where I thought they were, but they were, like, in an antechamber next to it. Car blows up. Now we have got 2 little old sectoids and a drone, unless... I'm really bad at counting, I'm just never sure of my counts this mission. I'm pretty sure I only saw 2 sectoids and a drone. Oh, Jesus, my tokens. So I've actually got special tokens for different types of enemies. I've got a flying token, which is like a skull, and then 2 dice just for normal enemies. They're actually Warhammer 40,000, Warhammer 40k dice that I got, which I thought might come in handy for this kind of thing. And also they came in a container that is basically a replica of a lasgun magazine, so I thought, hell, I can't not buy this. I might actually include a picture in an annotation just so you can see what I'm working with here. They're pretty awesome, and I recommend getting something cool like that for you to use as tokens. It's just awesome. It's just fun. Sorry, I'm going on a tangent. The point is, this is the last hurrah here. We can bet these are the last sectoids. On a moderate mission, this should be the last of the last. Now, to leverage all my assets fully here, I would grab the meld with Zim, take an easy flank on this sectoid with Verid. He has no backup, is a problem. If it doesn't do the 5 damage to kill that sectoid, we have a problem. So we need to consider how we would solve that problem in that case. Then that leaves this one to be flanked. Who can help us there? Well, not a lot of people, really. And it leaves the drone to still be killed. I'm not convinced that you can never bet on a flank being sure to kill. And if Verid's flank doesn't kill, what's going to happen here is, well, I don't have to tell you, that sector is going to run out and kill Verid, or critically wound Verid. So what's probably going to be smarter here is making a delayed action breach for the next turn, which we are totally capable of doing as long as there's no enemies here. And we're able to make that risky call based on the fact that on a moderate mission, 4 pods is probably the limit. So once we check that this area is clear, we can set up a delayed breach on the doors, and just use the assault to kill this drone. Killing this drone while it's grounded and not getting the flying bonus is going to be huge.
That's affirmative.
So yeah, I've got a flank on that sectoid, but again, we'll deal with him later. I'm going to kill this drone first. Super. Drones are just such a pain in the ass to deal with once they start flying. You really want to get them early. So now what we're going to do is move up here and make sure there's no more aliens. And hey, it looks fairly clear to me. You can always get fucked by sightlines, but it looks fairly clear to me. So what we're going to do is prepare the classic delayed action breach. Now they can't reach this door without dashing, so that one doesn't matter as much. This is the door we're going to block. Also, holy shit, my Rocketeer is so far away. I should just blow this one up. No, fuck it, I've got all the meld. No sense wasting good sectoid bodies. So what we're going to do here is set up a breach that blockades them in, and then kills them next turn. First I want to get this meld though, so excuse me. Oh, such juicy meld. So here's a little known fact for you guys. I have never seen them do it, so what I'm about to tell you is true for me. Aliens can't open doors. Now they can barge through them. Little sectoid can decide he wants to move here and he'll run right through this door, he'll barge it open. But have you ever seen an alien actually turn the handle and open a door while he's standing next to it to shoot out of it? No, you've never seen that because neither have I. Okay, that's not how logic works, but you get what I'm trying to tell you here. Is, it's my belief that they can't do that. I've never seen them do it. And so, one way you can kind of use doors to abuse aliens and really put the fear of Earth into them is you can put a guy here to block their movement. And because that sectoid can't run out through the doorway because you've blocked the movement, that door is essentially locked to that alien. They can't manually open the door by standing next to it, or they're never smart enough to try it. So, you're essentially locking that door until you've moved the person out of the way. This is a great trick that's helped me on so many occasions, you know, like bottling up chrysalids, bottling up Exalt who are trying to catch me, and, you know, just plain, you know, you're stuck in a room and there's aliens outside, lock the door. I like to imagine it like the XCOM operative is literally sitting there holding the door handle, you know, while the aliens try to open it on the other side. So enough waffling, let's get down there and actually do it.
Boy.
We're going to block this door, and that's going to be an easy flank on the sectoid's next turn. And in fact, we don't even want, we don't want Verid to be the guy waiting, we want Verid to be the guy blocking. Because if we move Frag down into this position,
Understood.
he has 2 shots if he doesn't move. So he's not a good person to be doing the door blocking. He's the person we want doing the door, getting ready to shoot in. Now we've got Fugal to move here as well, so, you know, in fact, Fugal can actually do the door blocking, and these two can both be ready. No, that doesn't really work, because then you open the door and they can't shoot because Fugal's sitting there. So actually, Fugal should just get ready to kill the other one. Which we can accomplish by running right over here.
I'm rolling.
And praying there's no aliens on my left! Yay! Zim can also get ready to kill this one on this side.
In Bewegung.
Verid needs to block that door. Be very careful not to open these doors when you do these specialized combat maneuvers. And then Organ can just come here and help keep this flank a threat. By keeping this flank a threat, we make sure they can't hide from any angle. Now, they could do some damage to my assault here. That's really the danger I'm facing. There you go. It's not very nice, but we did pack armor on the assault for a reason. As long as we survive this shot. Oh god. That's really where my plan wasn't as elegant as I like to make it sound, is the assault still had to deal with the fact that, you know, the sectoids could run up and charge her. I certainly wasn't expecting this one to be as aggressive as it was, especially as it was flanked. I was kind of hoping it would more fall back and take a less likely to hit shot. You've really got to be careful when sectoids can run up and get that range bonus on you, because you'll see shots happen much more frequently like you just did. But we packed all that ceramic armor on Drake for a reason, because now we've only essentially taken a light wound here. We've only taken 1 point of real damage. The rest is tactical armor 2, ceramic plating 1. So without the ceramic plating, that would have been a much more serious wound. So we've really got off lucky there. Now that's again much ado about nothing when, you know what, Beagle, stop talking. You can just kill the damn sectoids right now. Let's go ahead and kill these guys. Verid and the rookies have got their kills. They're likely to level now, whatever you do. So at this point, I'd like to start feeding kills to my my more important classes, the guys I'm trying to level. So Frag's gonna get the drop on this guy.
Got him. Weapons empty. Can't engage.
And then my assault is going to get a nice big juicy reward for taking that nasty 4 damage. Fuck you. There you go.
Another day, another successful operation.
Operation Lone Father went pretty well, I'd like to think. Look, little sectoid's doing the splits. That's adorable. You shouldn't have come to Earth. We got a lot of meld. We got a successful mission. And my voice is getting tired, so I'm going to drink some water for a second. But that went pretty well. Oh yeah, taste of victory. That is such a good screen to see. We have got full promotions across the board. I love it. So the assault being out for 11 days, that's not... Oh, excuse me, my mic just swung off. The assault being out for 11 days, that's not so hot. We don't like that. But it could have been worse, just remember. It could have been much worse. That's really going to put a cork in the plans to get that particular assault leveled really quickly. But she should still be able to catch some missions in the end of the month. If she can get 2 missions in, she can probably get the corporal, and that's all we need, really. We just want some good corporals. Frag, Fugel, and... was it Organ? Yeah, Frag, Fugel, and Organ, on the other hand, they're all only 4 days, and they're fatigued. I can rush them through another mission if I need to. So these guys are gonna be getting leveled pretty heavily still. Let's go ahead and look at promotions. Okay, so for infantry, each class has a primary role that I feel is what I really like to specialize in. With infantry, their power really lies in how they have perks that allow them to get incredibly good Overwatch. And of course their power also lies in the fact that they can get those 2 shots if they stand still. But when you're tossing up here, you can have Steadfast, which I never take as a perk, I just take it as an item. I don't value it a whole lot, because it's up against stuff that's potentially much more useful, like Executioner. Executioner is plus 10 aim, plus 10 crit chance against targets at or below 50% health. Now that can be useful for the infantry, because you get the 2 shots. It potentially means if you don't kill with your first shot, that follow-up's going to be more accurate. It also means you can wound a bunch of sectoids or enemies or whatever, and then the infantry can sit in the back and take 2 Executioner shots to mop up. But I like to specialize. Infantry can get perks that give them great Overwatch. They get Opportunist, they get Sentinel, they get all that shit. Covering Fire is a great little perk to add to an Overwatch troop. It makes it so your Overwatch fire triggers on enemy attacks, grenade throws, pretty much anything. They use a med... I don't know about using a med kit, but like they throw a smoke grenade. They do pretty much anything. You're going to get a shot on them. You know, throwing a grenade, it's great. So Covering Fire really is an awesome perk. You don't think it sounds very useful until you've used it. And then when you have Covering Fire, you're like, I can Overwatch my infantry, and that sectoid is going to be too intimidated to actually do anything useful, maybe, you know? Or, you know, I can Overwatch my infantry, and the 3 floaters who are staring at me, the first one who tries to take a shot, I'm potentially going to kill him with my Overwatch, and then the other 2 might freak out and run off. Covering Fire, it's a really fun perk, and it's a really great perk. There's nothing more awesome than seeing someone who's about to die get Covering Fire Overwatched, and you know your infantry is literally saving lives. It's really cool. Onto the Assault. Close Combat Specialist is the king of this little set of choices here. Flush is quite a good perk, I've found. I've been using it more in Long War. It's quite good for getting the single bit of damage you need, because it reduces the damage but makes the shot easier to hit with. And that synergizes well with a shotgun, because it lets you use the shotgun at a range you wouldn't normally be able to, even if you're getting less damage. Steadfast, again, I never take it as a perk. But Close Combat is something unique to the Assault, because I can get Flush on other classes. And it really works so well with their shotgun. You know, any enemy who comes within 4 tiles of you, you take a shot at them for free in Overwatch. There are so many situations that you can use this to huge advantage. Let's just go ahead and ignore all the obvious ones, like Chrysalids are running at you and your Assault saves the day with Close Combat Specialist. Let's ignore that. I mean, no, let's not ignore it, because it's awesome. Have you ever seen an Assault kill like 3 Chrysalids in a row with Close Combat Specialist when your squad was going to get wiped by them? Because I have, and it's awesome. This perk is fantastic, if only for that. But you can also do really clever stuff in your turn with it. For example, if an enemy is within 4 tiles of you and moves away, it also gives you this shot. So, you know, whenever anyone crosses that 4-tile boundary, that's when you get the shot. So you can run your Assault right up next to, say, you know, a floater, and you can use Flush from your gunner on that floater. You'll do a little damage with the Flush, and then when the floater tries to fly away, you get a point-blank Overwatch shot with Close Combat Specialist. Berserkers are another great... Berserkers are probably the best thing to use Close Combat against. You know how when you hit a Berserker, it comes towards the person who shot it? Well, you put an Assault between... that person and the Berserker, you take the shot, the Berserker runs into view, and you get another free shot. Then what you do is get someone on the other side of the Assault to bait the Berserker back. Excuse me, my mic slipped off again. To bait the Berserker back, and you essentially play Berserker tennis in front of the Assault. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I can't remember if that actually works, but I've always assumed it does. It might be possible that you can't close combat specialist the same target twice in one turn. So ignore what I just said if that's true, but I'm pretty sure I've done that. I think. Even if you only get one free shot out of it, you know what? It's one free shot. Point being, CCS hands down wins the Lance Corporal rank. It's a great, great perk for so many great reasons. That leaves us with the Scout. You used to get battle scanners here, which was a no-brainer. Battle scanner's been moved to Corporal now, which is why it's even more important to get a Scout to Corporal. So instead now you have rapid reaction, holo targeting, and damn good ground. Damn good ground, it's really your playstyle here and the maps you're on. I find it's too situational. I find it depends on the map to get that plus 10 aim and plus 10 defense when you're higher than the enemy. So I generally don't take damn good ground because, you know, 90% of the time my Scout probably isn't going to be on high ground. And I also don't want to have to restrict myself for the purpose of this perk. I don't want to be seeing, I don't want to be thinking I've always got to run my Scout on the roof to get this perk bonus, you know? Not that you have to, but that's probably how my brain would work. Rapid reaction, I've never taken this perk in my life. It's always against perks that are better than it. And the problem here is the Scout doesn't get Opportunist. Opportunist is the perk that makes your Overwatch fire not have a penalty. And if you take Opportunist, your Overwatch fire is just as likely to hit as your normal fire. Otherwise, Overwatch is at a 0.70 modifier. That is, you have my mic keeps slipping off. You have a 70% chance of hitting on Overwatch compared to whatever compared to whatever you had to hit. So if you had a 100% chance to hit something with a normal shot, you would then have a 70% chance to hit it with an Overwatch. Because the Scout never gets Overwatch boosting perks, I feel like rapid reaction's a bit of a waste, you know? It's just not a class that's based on getting Overwatch hits. Holo targeting is a good perk. Plus 10 aim to any ally who shoots the target your Scout has shot. That's a big boost. Across, if your Scout shoots first against something that's in hard cover, you've gained across 6 or 7 squad members, you've gained 60 or 70 aim, over the course of that. If you have infantry who are shooting twice, you've gained even more aim. So you can get, like 80 or 90 aim out of one application of this perk. That's incredibly good. I mean, granted, it's not on one soldier, but mathematically, it adds up. I know that's not how probability kind of works. Like, it kind of isn't, but in my scrambled brain, I like to think of it like that. Holo targeting is just an incredibly good perk that can get you out of some really tricky situations. You got those enemies who are stuck in hard cover, holo targeting can make it actually feasible that you'll kill them. And then finally, we've got our Rocketeer. Heat warheads. Do I really need to spell this out? Rapid reaction, covering fire. Rocketeers don't give a shit about Overwatch. They give a shit about blowing stuff up, and late game you need to blow up robots. Heat warheads. Yes. Get 50% extra damage against robots. Heat warheads. I think that sums that up. I kind of like how it took me like 5 minutes to describe each other class, and then Rocketeer is just like, just take Heat Warhead. Don't ever not take Heat Warheads on the Rocketeer ever in your life. Okay, so that deals with that. We've got a nice little roster going, don't we? Okay, so let me refresh my memory here on how we're doing with the base management. Yep. I can't remember what I was building. Oh, we're going for this steam. That's right. We're going for that steam vent. We'll keep saving money. We're about to hit alien weaponry, which means we'll be building scopes. So the money will be quite useful there. Yep. I don't think I have anything to do. Now that leaves us to make our next research choice. We're lucky to have had quite a few missions by now, which lets us pick really whatever we want for our next choice. Let's run through what we can possibly get out of each of these. With xenobiology last, because it's a good choice on paper, but kind of shitty in practice. So, alien materials. This is like alien weaponry. It's one of the very important prerequisite techs. It leads to important stuff. You have to get it at some point. But just getting it will give us, or give me, what I use out of it is alloy plating. It's a better version of ceramic plating that gives you +2 health instead of +1. It's integral. It's an important item that I use on my scouts all the time. You then have experimental warfare, which lets you do stuff with the foundry that you wouldn't be able to otherwise do, like I think it lets you get shiv suppression, Excuse me, it lets you build new items. It's a bit vague. It's a good thing to get, and it's another one of those ones you have to get a lot of other good stuff. But at this point, what isn't? Beam lasers is fucking laser beams. Look, it's like heat warheads. You want this. This lets you kill shit so much better. I'll get back to that. First, let's talk about xenobiology. Xenobiology is the first step towards xenoneurology. So all up, you're going to be doing about 30 days research to finish xenoneurology, including xenobiology. You have to get both of them. Once you've got xenoneurology, you can build both an alien containment and then an arc thrower, I believe, unless you have to research the arc thrower, in which case is even more research time. But essentially, this is the path you take when you're trying to capture aliens, or if you're trying to get started on genetics research early. I don't use gene mods, and I think capturing aliens is important, but not something you can reasonably do by spending 40 days of research on in the first month of the game. Plus, it costs like $200, $300 for an alien containment. You have to buy the arc throwers. You have to wait all that time to get them. And then once you got the damn things, they're really unreliable for capturing aliens. In Long War, it's like a 50% chance at best until you get foundry improvements for the arc thrower. So it's really not, in my books, feasible to go straight for capturing aliens. It is feasible to go straight for beam lasers. Like, you can go with a pit stop for alloy plating if you want, but what do you want more? Alloy plating in 18 days, or fucking laser beams in 24 days? I cannot stress enough how good beam lasers are. In Long War, not only do they give you +1 damage across your entire suite of weapons, which is important because it means you can reliably one-shot sectoids with laser rifles. You know, you're not going to get that 4 damage bullshit nearly as often. But it's also critically important because beam lasers give you +10 aim across the board. That means your carbine is going to give you like +17 aim. A laser carbine will give you like +17 aim. It makes your Rocketeers insanely accurate. Insanely accurate. It makes your infantry +10 likely to hit on each shot. It's like a free fucking scope. I think it's actually +7 aim. Sorry, beam lasers, not +10. I can't remember. The point is, it's close to 10, and it's really good. It makes you so damn accurate. And XCOM, when you know your guys are going to hit that much more likely, the game gets so much easier. Beam lasers are really where the shit starts getting fucked up for the aliens, because you're fucking their shit up. That was a bad metaphor. I'm trying to say you will fuck aliens shit up if you get beam lasers. So that's what I like to go first.
This technology has a
Shut
number
up!
of
No, yes, I know. And also, if you get beam lasers, you can go straight into advanced beam lasers, which is a very long project. You might want to get alloy plating first, but once you get advanced beam lasers, I'm pretty sure that lets you get aircraft laser cannons. And the air war is pretty punishing in Long War, so once you get aircraft laser cannons, you can kind of start reliably killing scouts, and then that gives you more materials to bring home from the crashes and more small UFO shoot-downs to train soldiers on. And it starts leveling up your interceptor pilots, because interceptor pilot kills make them better at their job and make them more accurate and less likely to be hit. Well, no, it makes them more accurate and make them do more damage. I don't think it increases their evasiveness. Boy, that was a lot of talking, but we're done now. Don't be scared. Now we just need to build some scopes, which are really good. All that shit I just said about laser beam accuracy, it applies to why scopes are really good. Just trust me on this. It's so good that I'm going to sell shit if I can to get another scope. No, I really can't. No, I can't actually make enough money. They're expensive because they're so good. But anyway, we've got 2 scopes coming. I like to have at least 4 scopes. One for my infantry, one for my Rocketeer, one for any sniper I bring, and one for the gunner or the assault or whoever I really want to stack accuracy on that mission. You can get away with 3, but then when you go on missions where you're taking 2 infantry or 2 Rocketeers, as well as all the other classes, you suddenly start coming up short on scopes. I can't stress enough how important the +10 aim off a scope is. It really does make a huge difference. Those 65% flanks go to 75s. That's a much nicer number. Infantry shooting 2 shots against half cover flying enemies go from 35 to 45. With beam lasers, that's like 50, 53, 54. That's really, really good compared to 35. Enough about scopes. Accuracy is good. I'm sure you guys understand that.
activation complete.
Yep. Give me that steam, please. What do you need? You need 20 bucks? Fuck it. We're about to get a mission. I'm sure I can get the money off the mission.
Contact detected.
Hey! So let's send up Smoky Porter. You want to stack your kills on one interceptor, is my opinion. It's no good spreading out your experience amongst a bunch of interceptors because it has a pretty marginal effect. Each kill increases your interceptor's chance to hit by like 4, maybe 3%, and they're damaged by like 1%. You need to stack that shit. You need to get 10 kills on one pilot so he's hitting like 30% more accurate. That's what you need. So we want to stack that shit. So get up there and get me another kill, Smokey.
Enemy is padlocked.
You are the chosen one.
Closing on target.
Fuck. Don't hit me again.
No joy here.
We probably weren't gonna get another shot in, and you want to make sure you're taking as little damage as possible. So there's no point hanging around for the end. Make sure you're being smart about your aborts. Do not just sit there till it auto-resolves, because you'll take a free shot, and there won't be time to get another missile in anyway. Be smart with your aborts, and you'll save yourself a lot of heartache.
Contact detected.
Hopefully we can get another shot in before he gets away, but Asia's really bad for response
We have
times.
eyes on the bandit.
We lose a lot of scouts to the response times
Nearing
of Asia.
strike range.
Hey, yeah, nice.
Central,
clap,
this
clap.
is Voodoo 37.
Clap, 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 clap. Party time, let's do it. Is this really the first UFO I've shot down as a crash site? Fuck me. It's the 22nd of March, guys. Come on, this is ridiculous. Okay, well, let's gear up a small UFO team. We're gonna go pretty heavy on... We're gonna go pretty heavy on rookies for this one. This is, you know, this might be the only small UFO we get this month. This is probably our last chance to get about 5 people leveled. And if we can get another 5 people leveled, you know what, we haven't got as many rookies as I'd like ready for the next month, but that wouldn't be too bad. So let's go pretty heavy on rooks for this one. Which begs the question, who do you take who isn't a rookie on a small UFO to babysit? What class is critical to keeping rookies alive when the shit hits the fan? Well, there's the obvious choice of the Rocketeer. The man with the big rocket, who, when everything goes wrong, is going to blow apart the pack of drones, or the Outsider, or the sectoids. The problem is, I find, before you get your scope, your early rank Rocketeers are not very reliable. You really have to steady aim to get them to have a chance of hitting, and when you accidentally reveal a drone pack while you're moving through the forest, you're not going to have time to do that. What are our other choices? Gunner. Suppression can really help you against stuff like the Outsider, but I don't know, there's people I'd rather take. Engineers at Specialists don't have Sapper, so their grenades really don't do that much damage. They're really not worth taking over a rookie for that reason on a UFO mission. Medics, again, they're not really pulling their weight when you need people who can kill shit. Assaults are a great choice. You do need to bring a shotgun to kill the Outsider. Assaults can be a great choice for that. As can infantry, because they can bring a sawn-off, as well as having 2 shots to kill the drones. Drones are really a big part of my nightmares when it comes to long war. I spent a lot of time in March thinking about how to kill drones. And then scouts are quite good for dealing with the Overwatch. Perhaps the biggest problem with a small UFO mission, or any mission where you only take rookies, is they get pinned by Overwatch, and they get pinned by Overwatch. So you take a gunner or a scout, and that really deals with that problem. But if you're only taking one person, I think I'd take an assault, and I'd simply try to play the mission in a smart way with a lot of flashbangs, so I don't get fucked by multiple pod activations or flashbangs. So I think I'll take an assault. One class I didn't mention. Probably everyone would jump to say the best person to babysit rookies on a wide open map is a sniper. Yes and no. Snipers at this level really aren't that reliable in their accuracy, and they really aren't that reliable in their damage, especially against drones, which once again make up a big part of my paranoia. Also, a sniper is not going to help you kill the Outsider at all, and you really have to consider that with the 10 health Outsiders. So I think an assault, not only is the assault my favorite class, it's also a really good go-to here. And my other assault's in the sick bay, so hell, I probably need to start training one up anyway. So, Kilroy can lead the charge here. Kilroy can take the rookie platoon out. And then, because we haven't got any other UFO missions, and I'm quite worried about not having enough specialists for next month, we're gonna go 5 rookies and the assault. Now this is one of those times where I have to kind of say, don't do this at home, but do it at home. Do it at your own risk. You can really get into trouble if you go out with only 1 specialist and 5 rookies, and then, lo and behold, you accidentally activate 2 packs of sectoids at once, plus a pack of drones, plus the outsider, and then everyone fucking dies. That's really bad, and that can happen when you don't take enough skilled troops, but I feel like it's worth the risk to get all these guys promoted. So let's promote Kilroy into the class she was born to be, the run and gun assault, and let's gear everyone up. Here we are. Now, I think we've got a pretty reliable spread of equipment here. Let me show you my thinking, show my work here. We're going on a UFO map. That means pretty tough UFO steel walls, as well as pretty tough, you know, forest trees. For this reason, we're not bothering with high explosive cover destroying grenades, because without an engineer with Sapper, which is the perk that lets your grenades do more damage to the environment, I'm not convinced at all that, you know, an HE grenade is even going to do anything. It's probably not going to destroy anything we need it to destroy on a UFO map. So I generally don't take HEs with rookies on UFO maps. I am taking a lot of armor-piercing grenades. Sorry, not armor-piercing. AP, anti-personnel grenades. That's for the drones. Basically, if I have enough AP grenades and the drones are low enough to the ground that I can hit them with them, this is me basically saying, you know what, my rookies can't hit you, but they can throw a million grenades at you and wipe out the drones, and that problem won't haunt my dreams anymore. I've packed 2 medkits, which is standard, and then I've also packed a bunch of flashbangs to deal with, you know, sectoids and outsiders who activate in a way we don't like. We always want to have flashbangs to stall them. And then we've got a smoke grenade on Stoli, just in case, again, things go wrong. That's the backup plan. And finally, we've got a battle scanner on Daishi. The battle scanner is a very useful item. Not so much in the early months, because you usually don't have to face Seekers in March. After, when Seekers become an enemy, you know, the invisible guys, you always want at least 1 battle scanner for them. But in March, right now, the reason I'm taking it is with a run and gun assault, sometimes you see a flank you really want to run and gun, but you're like, I don't know if there's aliens I'm going to activate over there. With the battle scanner, you can kind of throw it over there and check the flank and see if it's safe to flank. You can also use it for other great things, like keeping tabs on aliens who've run out of sight from you. You know, you want to see what they're doing and you see if they're on Overwatch. It's just a great tool to have. Yeah, you know, if there was more item slots, I'd take tons of battle scanners, but there usually just isn't enough room for them. And that's why the Scout is such a great class, because you get free battle scanners on them. And finally, I took a ceramic plate in on Kiroi again, because your assault's going to be doing the running guns that clutch for the squad. They're going to be put in these really dangerous situations where they need all the armor plating they can handle to keep them alive and keep them from getting too wounded. So with all that said and done, I think we can do this. Let's hit the big launch button. Let's make this dream come true.
Touching down.
You'll be heading into Japan for the next mission. It looks like the UFO went down in a densely populated area within the city limits. Let's just hope everyone on the ground stayed clear.
Yeah, city limits, sure. Fucking mud city. Anyway, you know, what can you say about the swamp maps? They're good, they're classic, they differ slightly from each other. I like them. So, join me next time. We will be going straight into Operation Blind Blade as we sweep the classic swampland map for a small UFO. Join us next time. Or don't. I don't know. See ya!